Salutations, Soliloquist, Automatic here for Automatic Games. Thanks for joining me for Season 4, Episode 13 of our XCOM 2 series. In our previous installment, Manny Fawcett, Sandra Barron, and Bailey Benton moved on the Advent Network Tower. They were able to hack into the Advent broadcast and disrupt the speaker's speech. And one can only assume that the speaker's speech did not go as planned, and he was turned on by the crowd. Hopefully he was trampled underfoot, but we don't know what his current status is. Of course, this brings us to the final mission, which we will try to knock out in one episode, but I do reserve the right to make this a two-parter, which is of course dependent on how long this op is. Anyways, Bravo Squad will be undertaking this mission.
This is it, Commander. It's time we put an end to this, once and for all.
And so let's have a look at Bravo Squad. It is, as always, commanded. Well, that's not it at all. But, yeah, it's always commanded by William Lee, codenamed Weasel. And I'm not going to walk you through the gear that they're bringing along. It's their standard gear, so it's a bit repetitive. Anyways, he will be joined by Joan Richards, codenamed JBone. And of course, they will be joined by Mark Jackson, codenamed Stonewall. Can't forget our Psi operative, Bryan Litener, codenamed Brylight. He'll be coming along. And now we're going to introduce some new soldiers. Well, you've already met them by way of looking at their files, but you've not seen them in action, and coincidentally, their first mission is going to be XCOM's final mission. The first of those two is Edward Couturier. I always butcher his name. Codename Quicksmoke. He'll be filling in for player. And then there is Gary Packard, codename Loco. He'll be filling in for Manzer, who of course is no longer with us.
There. I've infused this material with the entirety of our viable Elder DNA. We won't get another chance at this.
Final connection is set. Power levels adequate. One more look at the buffer.
Watch you go over this thing 50 times. Take a breath.
We're ready.
Synthesis nearing completion. Now, Lily!
Initiating network connection.
Give him hell.
Gate is primed and ready, sir.
Patch me through. All right, people. The world got its wake-up call. And now they know the truth. Advent is a lie. And their time is up. They've got a full-fledged war on their hands now. While the aliens struggle to contain our world, we're gonna make a move on theirs. It won't be easy. But you're used to that. You did what was needed. Never gave up the fight. You are XCOM. And you're gonna end this. Humanity is counting on us, people. Commander.
Really, a fantastic speech by Central. I mean, that monologue was a veritable pep rally.
Okay, stay alert. No way of knowing if they detect our...
Or what?
...presence yet.
Oh.
Such loss, such needless waste. You force our hand, yet still we offer peace. Rejoin us, and your world will be spared.
I think not. Okay, I'm gonna end up talking right over those folks. I can feel it now. Hence subtitles. You know, if you want to see what they're saying, and see is the operative word because you may not hear it with my incessant rambling. Anyways, Weasel leads the way, and he's already got something on the grid. It looks, yeah, 4 stun lancers. Let's have JBone. Actually, Brylight is going to move up. And they've detected us. So the stun lancers are on the move. Brylight's going to try a little something out on them. A little void rift. See if we can get 3. And it appears we can only get 2. That'll do. As you can see, the entire squad, they're wearing helmets. The fear was that they would need breathing apparatus in this area. Because, to be frank, we don't know whether we're on another planet or Earth's moon or what. We're not sure where we're at. We just know that the gate brought us here. Oh, that's nice. So, 1 stun lancer has been removed from the equation, and another one is under mind control. JBone's gonna break off to the right.
Designated coordinates. On Overwatch.
And she's gone into Overwatch in anticipation of these stun lancers advancing.
Here I come.
Quicksmoke moves up by this control panel. He too goes into Overwatch. As to the commander, he'll fall in right next to Quicksmoke. And Loco will move up by the commander. He's going to forego cover.
Got it covered.
And he too entered Overwatch. So, let's see what these 2 stun lancers are capable of. Will they defy our Overwatch? First one's on the move. Loco opens up first. And he just nicks the stun lancer. JBone takes a shot. It's a hit. Stun lancer is down. The other stun lancer is on the move. JBone lining up another shot. And she grazes the target. Here he comes. She is taking a 3rd shot.
Not much of a hit.
And it appears she grazed him again. Now Quicksmoke fires. And Quicksmoke finishes off the stun lancer. That leaves just the one that's under our control.
You have such blind hatred for us. We cannot understand it. Our intentions for your world were never hostile.
Loco's gonna advance.
You are a part of us.
They actually expect us to buy any of this?
You know, Central, I'm not buying it. I'm hardly listening to it.
Find more reassurance.
JBone's gonna fire at the mind-controlled stun lancer. She does put it down.
Confirmed.
This for fear that the stun lancer would have regained control of its facilities. Nobody wants that. We'd rather him dead.
On Overwatch.
I'm sorry, rather him be dead. And you may notice that Quicksmoke is carrying around the Boltcaster. Used to be carried around by lead of Alpha Squad. It has been upgraded and handed over to Quicksmoke.
Scanning.
And the commander's got an interesting weapon as well. Not sure what it's all about, but I guess we'll take it.
Headed out.
It's gotta be good, right?
On Overwatch.
So yeah, this is, Oh, also, Weasel is carrying in the axes that CJ often carried. Just kind of an homage to CJ.
So many risk to bring you back to them, Commander. And for what? More violence.
And more talky dog. Listen, Etherals, we are not joining you. We're not going to give up. I mean, why would we come all this way and just throw in the towel? Oh, damn. So that's 7 on the grid, a Gatekeeper, and 6 Chrysalids. Okay.
Ready to rock.
Well, let's see. I guess we'll get some people into position and put them into Overwatch.
Overwatch!
Because we can presume that those Chrysalids are going to advance. However, Brylight... well, no. Well, let's see. Yeah, he could try the Null Lance. In fact, let's have him do that. It'll target the Gatekeeper and one of the Chrysalids. And good damage as a result. Now, we might follow up with another psionic attack courtesy of the Commander. He's going to use, what do they call this? Dimensional Rift. Interesting. So, it'll create an area that if they don't evacuate that area, they're going to take damage. Let's just put it right in front of the door. Oh, they take damage right off the bat, too. So I suppose that's going to be additional damage if they don't leave the area. Good deal. As to Weasel, he's taking a shot at the Gatekeeper. Good damage.
Hard target, minimal damage. I'm busted.
And so yeah, Advent's gonna want to move. Let's hope that they don't. And I guess we were kind of banking on the idea that those Chrysalids wouldn't be able to maneuver that far. Damn.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Come on, Loco. Hell yeah. Welcome to Bravo, squad. You know, I say that this is his first and last mission with XCOM, but that may not be the case. Post-finale, XCOM might have more work to be done. Damn. Okay, Quicksmoke takes a shot at that Chrysalid, fails to connect the Chrysalid, strikes JBone, and poisons her. And if that weren't enough, here comes another Chrysalid. And he does likewise. He or she. I can't tell their genders. That other one retreats. Maybe he's just going around the flank, yeah? Going around the left flank. Well, our right, their left. You get what I'm saying. Nice. The third one misses at any rate. That's good. JBone's taken enough torture. She's gonna need to heal herself, and fortunately she is the only one capable of doing that.
Across the globe, Commander. Advent forces are hitting back hard. Our people are holding their own, but it's not looking good. Whatever we're gonna do, we better do it fast.
Advent a brighter future. To be something greater. But still, you refuse. What more can we offer you than the greatest gift of all?
And so what is the speaker still alive for? Rather, as someone who is well-spoken might ask, how did the speaker survive? You know, when last we saw him, for all appearances, he was at the mercy of a crowd. Then again, I do concede, he is Advent. Well, I mean, come on, he's an alien. So, perhaps he had a method of slipping out of there. all the while shaking his fist, saying, I don't know, next time, angry mob, next time. Suffice to say, he still lives so he can continue to taunt us. Which I think is one of his motivations in life. So good on him. As you can see, the squad has cleared out several of the chrysalids, except this wounded chrysalid. Crept in towards Brylight. Brylight is going to retaliate. And the chrysalid missed, and so too did our psionic operative. Well, let's have the commander advance. And perhaps he can pick off this chrysalid. Perhaps not. You know, I don't think that's his natural hair. By the by. The commander, that is. Damn. As you can see, Weasel went in and took a swing, but it wasn't enough damage. The chrysalid is on fire, but I doubt the fire will be... Yeah, fire is just not enough to kill the beast. So it's got a chance to strike at Weasel, or Brylight for that matter. And it's weighing out its options, apparently. This is a thoughtful chrysalid. Well, the thought process ceases as it tries to move, and Weasel nails it with a blade storm attack.
Fighting your ascension to something greater. And yet here you are.
You know what? I'm just gonna pretend that the speaker did get trampled underfoot.
Your efforts to prevent
In other words, I'm not inclined to listen to him. But what does he have to add to the debate at this point?
Commander. Shut him out, Commander. More alien lies. Do you truly believe
That's right, Central.
Just as we saw surrounding the gateway in the field, the alien flora seems to flourish in close proximity to the psionic fields passing through these systems.
Meanwhile, Tygan is talking about the flora.
Give him a heal.
I mean, we're on a very important mission, and dude's chiming in like, you know, those flowers? I think they tend to grow around psionic areas. Well, that's a fun fact. It's good to inform the squad of that. I don't know how pertinent it is, but it's nice to spread the wealth of intelligence. Anyhow, the squad will continue to move forward.
What's up?
And I'm convinced that this is a long mission, and the reason I'm convinced is save scum. That's right. You see, this is like the first leg of a two-part mission, and I've made it through this leg,
I'm going.
and started the second part, and I had, what's his name? Sorry, Quicksmoke, seize control of a guardian, rather a gatekeeper, I'm sorry, and we got to the next leg of this mission, and something glitched out with the guardian. In fact, the cursor, I made a move for each soldier, so I got a sneak peek at the next part, and then it went to the gatekeeper's move, but the gatekeeper wasn't on the map, and so it kind of just froze up on me. I guess technically it didn't freeze up, it just wouldn't let me do anything with the gatekeeper, it wouldn't let me end turn, and so I was kind of stuck there. So yeah, I kind of know slightly what to expect on this level. Having said that, I can already clearly state that the enemies are different than my botched playthrough.
Target neutralized.
Okay, with the death of that chrysalid, I'm inclined to think that the grid is clear. The path ahead is open. Bravo, squad, will move up.
Stepping off. All right, I'll go.
Oh, and as the player, yeah, I should probably address her absence. Now, you may recall in the last mission where Manzer fell. Player kind of got suicidal there.
Whatever you say.
And in fact, Weasel called her out on it and said he was reluctant to take her on the next mission if they were to have one, should she remain in that state of mind. And in fact, she has. She's still shaken. And for roleplay's sake, she's beyond shaken. She's a danger to herself and others, but for pure mechanics purposes, she's a shaken soldier, and there's a reluctance on my part to send somebody with a 0 willpower on a mission where you've got to fight these Ethereals. Because, I mean, they are all about psionics, if enemy unknown and enemy within are any indication. So I'm not going to send somebody with 0 willpower on a mission to fight psionic powerhouses. But again, for roleplay's sake, I'm kind of glad that Weasel kind of hinted to the idea that he might not bring her along. And so no, he's not. Instead, he turned to Quicksmoke. And I would only imagine that most people would see that as a wise call. Would have been an interesting dynamic sending somebody with a 0 will on a mission like this, but I really don't know how that would pan out. Once we confront the Ethereals, if we do, I guess we'll find out if that would have been a massive liability
Commander,
or not.
Forces are pushing back against Advent, but it's coming at a heavy price. At this rate, there may not be anything left on either side.
From here, we can call upon
What? Really? I mean, I'm glad to hear that Resistance is fighting so hard at this point. And in fact, going back to Governor Romero, the Den Mother has been informed of his last location and she's moving on it. And I'm tossing around the idea that we'll take a look at the nitty-gritty details of that strike against Governor Romero in the series recap episode.
Moving to Overwatch.
And so, yeah, that again, that'll either be the next episode or, at any rate, it'll be the episode following this mission. Again, it all depends on how much time is invested into this particular op. Okay, we've got 3 on the grid. 1 Archon, 2 Mutons. Loco opens fire on one of the Archons, and he grazes his target. As to the commander, well, yeah, let's try Null Lance. At least damage that Archon further. And so it is. But the Archon is still aloft. So, we'll have Weasel move up. And he'll take a shot. Nice.
Well, how about that?
He's still got it, folks. Come on, Advent, make your move. This episode's gonna be long enough without you, stalling and whatnot. There we go. Concentrating fire on the commander. And yeah, it nicks the commander. Hope it didn't hurt his hair any.
For decades, you were part of this commander. You are capable of so much more, and yet you fail to grasp the true nature of your power. Return to us, and your world will live on. Resist, and we have nothing left to say.
You know, it occurs to me that those Ethereals, they talk big for being backed into a corner.
Moving on target location.
I mean, Their whole regime is teetering on the precipice. And yet now they're all big talk. They're all, hey, we can still have peace. We are totally going to destroy your people and planet.
Heading out.
You're just as bad as us. So why don't you join us? We'll be bad together. Loco opening up on one of the mutons. Did some shredding and killed the muton.
Terminated. Guns dry.
That leaves one on the grid. Quicksmoke will advance. Of course he's got that bowcaster. And it fails to connect.
That's not good.
We'll have Brylight move over. And, yeah, well, no. He's not just gonna take a shot.
The voice.
He's gonna do something altogether more powerful. Well, yeah, he attempted insanity, and it appears as if the muton is disoriented as a result. Commander's gonna come up and line up a shot. There we have it. The grid is again clear. The squad will proceed.
I can handle that. Affirmative, covering now.
And boy, folks, we've come a long way. Of course, we're looking at Bravo Squad. And of Bravo Squad, as far as the original members, let's see, we've got Weasel still.
With the tower disrupted, it could be that the Elders are attempting to maintain the network on their own. The strain on them must be enormous.
Our power does not waver. You'll find our forces here loyal. They require no coercion. For they know failure here means the end for all.
Consider all those who have sacrificed.
I mean, is everyone going to talk?
So many friends.
When does Otto get to talk? Well, if I'm going to interrupt anybody, it's going to be the speaker.
Come get some.
So, you know, as stated, Weasel's been there since the beginning. So, too, has Stonewall, Mark Jackson, and, of course, JBone. That's it. Everyone else, kind of found their way into Bravo Squad later on. Brylight, of course. And our two new recruits with Bravo Squad. I mean, they're seasoned soldiers in their own right, but they've never served with Bravo Squad. They've never served with Alpha Squad either. So this is new to them. The gear, anyhow, is new to them. And frankly, this facility is new to anybody.
Tortured race crying to the stars in agony. We answered your call. We saw your true potential. The first invasion was
Oh boy.
but your people did not.
What is that? 5 mechs?
You succeeded.
6 mechs?
You need only accept your place.
Well, damn. At least, 2 of them, maybe 3 of them are advanced, 3 of them are standard.
We have
Loco don't like it. He will open fire. Of course he's using blue screen rounds, so that worked.
defeat them here, as you did once before, Commander.
Affirmative. Moving out.
JBone moves up behind good cover. She'll line up a shot. And it's good.
Armor still holding.
As the Stonewall, well, he
Come get some.
doesn't have any in his sights. He's just going to go into Overwatch. Quicksmoke is going to attempt to seize control of one of these advanced mechs. Why not? It would certainly help out. turn one of these things against the others. So yeah, here goes. There went. Oh well. It was worth a shot. You know, the odds were against him.
It's too well.
No matter. We can deal with this. And I make no apologies on behalf of either one of these two new soldiers. Take Quicksmoke, for instance. His hacking skill, by default, is pretty damn good. But he doesn't have the benefit that some of our other hackers had, in that their hacking skill improved with experience. Nonetheless, both he and Loco are doing just fine. As you can see, Brylight is about to toss an EMP bomb. Let's see if he can get 2 mechs in one shot. Looks as if he can. And one of those mechs is down as a result. Good deal. As to the commander, he is going to attempt Dimensional Rift again. And as we witnessed earlier, initially this will do some damage, and if Advent or the aliens fail to evacuate the blast radius in time, that initial damage will be complemented with additional damage. That was a good deal. The commander will advance and post up behind this good cover here. Next up is Weasel. He too will advance. And given line of sight, he'll take a shot. Let's see. Well, between the two options, yeah, he's going to go for the former. That'll take a mech out of the fight. And so it does. Good deal.
Impressed yet?
All right, now it is our adversary's turn. Let's see what they do. Okay, the advanced mech is moving up. It is going to utilize its mini missiles, and it fires. Almost looked like it damaged itself. Yeah, I think it did, albeit slightly. The more standard mech follows up by firing at Quicksmoke, but the mech fails to connect. And the Dimensional Rift makes its secondary explosion. Not sure if we caught anything in that. Either way, moving right along, Loco will advance. Of course, he's got blue screen rounds. He's going to use those against the advanced mech here. And yeah, he shreds and scores good damage.
Toss me some ammo.
As to JBone, she will go after this standard mech. Again, good damage.
That armor's tough.
As far as the eye can see, only 2 mechs remain on the grid. Jackson's got a line of sight on one of them. And critical damage, he puts it down.
You want some more?
He'll go ahead and move up. Well, maybe he'll just move over to the side.
Finally.
There we go. Quicksmoke will advance. He's got a good line of sight on that last remaining mech. And the mech is done. Nice shot, Quicksmoke. So, Brylight is going to make entry into this, the second facility we have encountered.
Affirmative, covering now.
And the grid still appears clear. The commander will come in as well. Not using a lot of cover in here. Of course, there's not much cover to be taken advantage of. So yeah, the squad is a little out in the open. And of course, the hope is the aliens don't take advantage of that. Loco moves up. He found a little cover there. JBone sees that, and she'll do likewise.
Moving on target. Overwatch.
As a Stonewall, it's time for him to come down off of his perch. He too will enter this facility. And boy, I tell you, these veteran soldiers, they've certainly had their share of harrowing experiences throughout our time in battle with Advent and the aliens. As to Jackson, he has come to see eye to eye with JBone. They're not romantic by any stretch of the imagination, but they have an understanding. They both have had a front row seat to the devastation that Advent has brought upon not just the world, but upon XCOM, upon their friends, their loved ones. And so those two will likely, if they survive this mission, remain close friends, if not, correspondents, until the end of their days. JBone, she's certainly seen more loss. In terms of how attached she has been to some of the people that have died, take into consideration her brother and Otto. She was obviously close with her brother, but she had grown close to Otto as well. And to lose both of them, that's something that will haunt her till the end of her days. Okay, we've got more on the grid. Two Archons emerging from a dark room. Sounds like the setup for a joke. Anyways, we get some reaction fire. That first Archon is hit. Boy, not all of this reaction fire is accurate, but let's see if Jackson can hit his mark. And he does. Quicksmoke puts down the Archon.
You want some more?
Okay, we've still got one on the grid. And it emerges, it appears as if all of our reaction fire has been spent. So yeah, there's that. As to the commander, he's going to try out Null Lance. Should be automatic damage, and it is. Not quite enough to bring down the Archon. But hey, we'll take whatever.
No problem, boss.
Alright, Weasel is approaching. And he too is going to take a shot.
I got nothing.
Well, let's see what the Archon does. And the Archon withdraws, no doubt to go back and alert more alien forces. Actually, let me revise my previous comment. I doubt that the Archon is retreating to alert its fellow aliens. I mean, they know we're here, right?
Ready to go.
After all, the Ethereals are speaking to us, so they're aware of our intrusion, and one could safely presume that their subordinates are as well. So no, that Archon was retreating merely to lend its strength to that of any remaining X-rays in this AO. I almost called it a facility, but I've been referring to these individual buildings as facilities, so we'll just categorize the entire map as the AO as is appropriate. Let's see, Stonewall's in a good covering position. Brylight is going to come out. We'll go into Overwatch. The commander is going for an elevated position. Yep, there we go.
kind of human enclosure?
There were always reports of missing civilians years before the first invasion. Could this be them?
Maybe they had planned to use this for some sort of psychological testing.
So yeah, that is a human enclosure. At least that's the
No need to ask twice.
the conventional wisdom there. But you know, if we were to strip away nefarious motivations, maybe it's just a petting zoo. But petting zoos wouldn't be that dark, would they? No. Perhaps they think humans are nocturnal. Well, some of us are. Anyways, we've got 4 on the grid, one of which is the Archon we encountered before, another is an Andromedon, and 2 Codex. Commander fires upon and strikes the Andromedon. Brylight, going for the same target, scores a hit.
It hit the
The
plane.
Andromedon pilot is wounded. Is that right then? Yeah, 2 Codex. Andromedon and the Archon. Let's see. Loco is gonna emerge from that facility, find moderate cover, and can he take a shot? No. So he'll go into Overwatch. As to JBone, well, actually, let's turn our attention to Stonewall. He can probably hit a mark that far away, and he's gonna go for it. The Andromedon. And he scores critical damage. That pilot has to be in bad shape. I'm surprised it's still alive. Yeah, it's got 1 health. So now JBone will move up. Can she get a shot off? Yes, she can. And she will. It connects. The Andromeda pilot is dead. As to the suit itself, inside the human enclosure, it powers right back up. Okay, Quicksmoke will advance. And does he have a line of sight? No, so he's gonna go for Overwatch. Brylight he's got good cover ahead, he's gonna go for it.
I'm going.
And you know, he's going to attempt a psionic attack. He's going to go for, let's see. Yeah, Null Lance. Can he get 2 in 1? He can get the Andromedon suit, or he can get one of the Codex and that Archon. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. And so that offered up good results. Of course, it compels that Codex to clone itself. And the clone appears to our rear. Now, that's a little troubling, but let's see. Well, actually, rather than shoot him, the commander is going to use Dimensional Rift. That should damage both Codexes here, the Archon and the Andromedon suit. And there is always a possibility that they will fail to move and take additional damage. That's the hope, anyway. Of course, the other Codex clones itself. Its clone appears on the rooftop of the human enclosure. The commander has another shot to take, so he's going to take it, and he scores critical damage against the Andromedon suit. That suit's barely hanging on, so Weasel is going to attempt to finish it off if he can connect. And he can. The suit is out of the fight. Okay, aliens, your move. Now the Codex teleports, and it's using a damn Void Rift. Yeah, got a few of Bravo Squad. The other one's on the move, but Quicksmoke says not so fast, hopefully. And there's no hope playing into it. Quicksmoke smokes the Codex. You know, that other Codex is still in the Dimensional Rift. Well, not anymore, because it's dead. Excellent. So, let's have Loco evacuate this Void Rift radius. Where can he go that's safe? Here we are.
Moving to position.
And once there, he's going to reload. Which will, of course, be par for the course for anybody caught in that Void Rift. JBone comes out. And she's going to reload. You know what? Perhaps not the best position for her. I guess we're just going to have to kill that Codex that has her flanked. Let's see if Jackson can arrange that for us. And he can. Excellent.
Who's keeping score?
You know, he's looking out for JBone. What can I say? They've been through a lot, as I alluded to earlier. And you know Weasel's been through a lot, too. I mean, the man holds himself somewhat responsible for the fate of some of our fallen soldiers. And he's been at this for well over 20 years. When I say at this, I mean attempting to defend or liberate Earth from these alien invaders. When this is all over, if he survives, he just wants some peace and quiet. Alright, everyone was clear of the Void Rift. Excellent. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that sectopod that we heard stomping around earlier. Got 2 Andromedon suits and a couple mutons to round out the fivesome. If fivesome is a word. Weasel opens fire on and strikes the sectopod, it seems. Let's see. Loco is going to move up and unload some of those blue screen rounds into the sectopod. The sooner we take this thing down, the better. And so, yeah, Loco helps us along that course by doing pretty good damage. Let's see. JBone, she's going to fall back a little bit. Got good cover there.
I'm on it.
I asked Stonewall.
Ready to rock.
Another elevated position, perhaps. And so that's done. As to Quicksmoke, he's going to move up by this moderate cover. And he is,
Moving to Overwatch.
oh yeah, he'll just go into Overwatch. You know, this is kind of rolling the dice here, putting so many in Overwatch. I am cognizant of that fact. Well, Brylight is going to attempt Void Rift.
The rift opens.
He's doing it on that Andromedon pilot. Our enemies aren't really grouped up. Ah, damn. That just wasn't the damage we were looking for. As to the commander, he's a little uncomfortable being grouped up there with Weasel, so he'll drop down. And let's see what he can do. Oh, well, not a whole lot of options, so Overwatch for him too. As to Weasel, he's got a shot. Yeah, but...
Moving out.
Yeah, I know. Some of you may be saying, hey man, I would not make those moves. Well, this is a roleplay. I'm not making them. I'm just making them on behalf of these soldiers. I don't know. You can use that excuse all the livelong day. Anyways, Sectobot is taking aim at Weasel. Damn. As I said, a roll of the die. Actually, I think I said dice. The die would be accurate. JBone fires at the sectopod, scores a hit. Quicksmoke also going after the sectopod, also scores a hit. The commander misses. That sectopod is almost destroyed. In the meantime, it's powering up its special weapon. The Andromedon moves forward, goes into Overwatch. Another one moves forward behind moderate cover. It's firing... Oh, damn, it's firing acid. No, that was just a regular shot. Okay, good deal. We'll take it. And here come the Mutons bringing up the rear. One of which is using suppression fire. The other one taking a shot at... No, it's also suppression fire. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well... let's see. Yeah, Loco's gonna finish off this sectopod. And he does. Nice.
Hostile target down. Dry on ammo.
I tell you, with these two new guys, that is to say, Loco and Quicksmoke, you know, I mean, they were hoping to have a tour of service with XCOM, but instead they just got this one mission. But it's gotta be gratifying to know that the one mission that they are taking part in is really sticking it to the aliens, hitting them right where it hurts, going after the Ethereals. Again, on maybe one of their planets, or the moon, or wherever. Anyways, get my narration back into the game here. Suffice to say, though, between Loco and Quicksmoke, they'll have stories to tell. Damn. Well, as you just witnessed, Stonewall moved and triggered an Overwatch.
Good to go.
You know, it's okay, I guess. It's never okay, but we do still have nanomed kits at our disposal. Quicksmoke is going after the Andromedon, and he scores a hit.
Went off the armor.
As to Brylight. Well, he's tempted to go for insanity. Yeah, he's gonna go against one of the Andromedon pilots, the one that took a shot at Weasel there. And it's good. It's good. That should stifle that pilot a little bit. That suppression fire is still pouring on. As to the commander, well, yeah, going after that Andromedon, and he scores some damage. Needless to say, this is not the round that's going to end it. Weasel's taking a shot at the same target. No joy.
Missed the target.
Damn, folks, I'll tell you what, this episode will be a two-parter. And I think part of the preferred tactic would be to get through this first half, taking minimal damage. Can't say that we've done that. Damn. As you can see, that Muton tossed a plasma grenade, and it injured two of our troops. Yeah, things are getting hairy at this juncture. Okay, JBone, try restoration. That, of course, will send the gremlin around to deal with anybody that is injured. It starts with Weasel, And of course from there, it will make the rounds. But yeah, I did not expect this to be a cakewalk, but I was hoping that she wouldn't expend all of her med kits on this first leg of the final mission. And she hasn't expended all of them, but she's used more than I would have preferred. Okay. Come on, Stonewall. Nice, critical damage. And who would expect anything less from Mark Jackson? Throughout this entire series, that is one soldier that has delivered. He's not the only one, but he deserves some credit. Now, of course, he gets to move, and yeah, he'll do that. Let's see. Brylight is going for superior cover. And yeah, he's F. No, that's not what we were looking for. I was hoping one of those mutons still had its plasma grenade, but apparently not. So he's firing at the Andromedon. Decent damage there. Commander is up. And yeah, he's gonna go for that dimensional rift, hoping to hit the Andromedon, the panicked Andromedon, and that muton. Good damage, but both of them are still in the fight. He'll take a shot at the Andromedon suit over there. And good damage. All of our X-rays are severely wounded. But of course, one of those Andromedons hasn't, the pilot's still alive. Albeit panicked. Anyways, Weasel is going for this muton, and he cuts the muton down. Now you might also notice that I'm reserving most of these, some of these soldiers have one-use attacks, and they're not using them on this first leg. They're reserving them for the Ethereals. Nice.
How many's that now?
The Andromedon suit is now down. Does that just leave the panicked Andromedon? Methinks it does. And he's just hanging on to life. And he's firing his acid shot. Well, hell. That's no good, folks. That's no good.
This looks a little ugly.
Yeah, both Weasel and, who else was that? Not quite sure. Anyways, the dimensional rift kills the pilot. The suit reactivates. Okay. Loco is gonna go for it. Got those blue screen rounds, come on. Yeah, that's great damage right there. That suit is almost out of the game. JBone is gonna maneuver, and she too will fire at that last standing X-ray. Got a good shot. He takes it, it hits. The grid is clear. This first half of the mission is concluded. And so, folks, please join me for the second half. That'll do it for now. Damn. We're right in the thick of it and about to face the Ethereals. So, Again, join us for that. This is Automatic for Automatic Games. I appreciate you watching. If you like this, and as usual, if you are subscribed, I will talk to you soon, friends.